Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to SkyLords, to Agrarian Skies, where we are kind of rocking on with our very weirdly looking thingamajiggy that is our base. Last time we worked on our nether tunnel, and it was a very talkative episode because I over-recorded, or I threw away one episode, and I had to get it out there. I think it turned out fine though. The nether tunnel, you guys seem to like it. Thank you so much. There were so many comments and likes on that video. So many people getting involved. And I get the question so many times on Twitter. How can I help you out? Well, not so many times, but it happens. Like, you guys are awesome. And you're asking me how you can help me out. Well, viewer engagement, I tell you, that is something that really means a lot to me. When people are kind of like happily giving feedback and pushing like button and, you know, telling your friends about my channel and all that, that makes my day. What happened there? Boom. So I asked you guys one very important, let's see, if we go like that, then can we over here do something like that? Yes, we can. I asked you guys last episode, what do you think? Should we make a nature sky island base, or should we turn this thing into a spaceship? Okay, I think that it was pretty much a tie. A lot of people pulled through. A lot of people were telling me what you thought I should do. I'm doing by the way, I'm creating a tree farm. I'll tell you in a second why we have this tree farm created for us. We're gonna put a harvester there. Yeah, I think it was a tie between the two, and if there's a tie, I think I get to decide. Sounds fair? I think so. So, I want to do the nature one. I want to do the Sky Island. I asked JadedCat in between episodes, I asked her if there will ever be chisel added to this pack, and she said, most definitely, absolutely, never. And I don't understand it. I don't understand. Why wouldn't you want to have an awesome mod in this pack? You know what I forget? Do I have my... No, I'll go get it. My sledgehammer. Yeah, I can't understand it. It's such a beautiful mod. And I'm a little bit sad that it's not coming to the pack. But that's okay. You know, that's okay. But with that knowledge, I don't want to do a super technical build. Okay? We're going to go ahead and we're going to upgrade you with a tin and you with a tin. And that should be fine. It should be covering the same area. Oh. That's interesting. Why aren't these aligned? They should be aligned. These two are aligned. Did I mismeasure something? No, I didn't. Okay, anyway, that will work out fine. Yeah, so I don't want to do a super technical build or anything like that. No, no, no. What I want to do is a nature build, because I think we have vanilla blocks and extra botania and extra utilities and blocks like that will actually be able to help us do that. So one of the absolute first things, and that's what I'm working on here, that we're going to need for this beautiful, gorgeous nature Sky Island build that we're going to do. And I know a lot of people are excited about this. So am I. So am I. But one of the first things we're gonna need a lot of is dirt. Okay, so to get dirt we could process saplings or leaves. Actually, I don't need to have a filter. Boop. Consume stack off. Boom. We'll put that in there. Actually only half. We could process saplings or leaves, and I think leaves are definitely the way to go because you get much more leaves per tree that you shear, and we can automate it. So that's what we're going to work on today, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get a little bit of a dirt farm, and then I have another question for you all that I want your help on later this episode. I'm going to need some servos, but let's just see. We do this. So my plan here is this bad boy, the 3x3, will be planting trees and chopping them down for saplings. Okay. Okay. Something that I've started to say lately. I hate myself so much for it. And we need to send some of the saplings to this guy who will only be shearing the leaves and not getting any saplings back. It's actually going to need to be sent there. So the way we can do, I think, let's do this. Yeah. Let's block all of these slots. So only one stack of oak saplings are allowed in there, because that will be priority. It will be priority for the saplings to go in there. Then I'm going to do something like this. And let's just connect these up, I guess. Yeah. Connect these up underneath. Boop. Aha. And thank you also so much for your nice words about me cleaning up the base. I know you guys were a little bit upset with me, but that's okay. We finally did it. And since this has to be a temporary build, this dirt farm thing, as we don't really have a proper base to build it in at the moment, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. We're gonna get apples, leaves, oak logs, which is fantastic. Is there anything else? I don't think so. So let's actually move this guy. Do I have my hatchet? I don't. Hatchet, please come here. Thank you. Can't live without my hatchet. So anyway, in other news, in personal Iskal news, I am now on vacation. Today is Monday, time of recording. If everything goes well, it should be a Monday when you see this video as well. Let's see. We don't want to have any saplings here, so we want to do. We may actually want a sapling storage over there for overflow, but we'll deal with that later. So we want to do oak and apple, right? Oak logs. Yeah. What were I saying? Yeah, if everything goes well, it should be out on a Monday as well. And I'm just trying out life, doing this full time, I guess, during my vacation so far. I'm going to go on some travels with my beautiful girlfriend as well. As many of you already know, we are heading to Minecon, which is going to be freaking fantastic and amazing. I hope to meet some of you guys there. I've talked about this so much lately, but honestly, I'm just so very excited. We fly out on Monday from Stockholm. We're landing in London. We're going to meet up with Rendog, who's going to take care of us, take us to some fancy restaurant. It's going to be freaking epic, I tell you. So if I do that there, and then I'd go something like the same over here, that should be good. And the items should have priority to go to this first, the saplings, or first to the barrels, which will be full. Oh, that's what I should have got, some stuff to fill them in. I'll do that in a second. Then I'm also going to need power here. So let's use, I don't think this will be too power consuming. Can we tell, by the way? Is there a thing here? No. I don't think it's going to be too power consuming, so I'm just going to use these invert ducts and run that all the way over to... Oh! Do we have power here? Beautiful. Yeah. This is where we have the other planters. Okay, so that's working out pretty well. I'm going to have to bypass this thing. You remember? That kind of removes the power for some reason. So let's just do something like this then. And boom! There we go. Both connected. Okay, are you getting power now, Mr. Harvester? You are. Beautiful. This guy, of course, needs power as well. I always forget. So we can just tap in here. Beautiful. Boop. And yeah, this will work out fine. Boom. So now these should be planting the trees already. Yes, look at that. Look at that beauty. I want to get to make bedrock today as well if I can. I don't know if I'll be able to, but at least get it started. Bedrock, or bedrockium, I mean. Is going to be something that we're going to need pretty soon, specifically if we're going to grow stuff and do naturey things, because of the watering can that you can make, the reinforced watering can, and I've never actually made it. In the episode that was lost, I should tell you this. I should tell you these things. In the episodes that were lost, I actually made a, let's see, soul fragment? Yes, I made one of these, okay? This is basically, you take this and you cut yourself with an ethereal sword. Ethereal sword? Where are all my things going? Is it in here? Oh, here's the sledgehammer at least, or precision sledgehammer. Okay, it's somewhere. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I stabbed my heart with it and I got this out, and we're gonna need that to make the watering can. I didn't seem to lose a heart canister though, which is kind of awkward, a little bit weird. I was thinking about another thing. Do we want to make some fertilizers? Ferris gears. We do have a lot of this appetite bullshit. Oh, I just cursed. I'm sorry. Appetite is so weird though. You get so much of it in every single modded Minecraft world where you have it from forestry. You never really use it, but it's a pretty decent fertilizer actually. But I think we'll skip that. We'll have way more than we need here. So let's do the following. Let's bone meal these a little bit, but before, let's grab some oak wood. Good. Let's also grab, I'm gonna bring my last saplings as well. The ways we have come, by the way, from that very first day when we were punching trees and growing freaking disgusting silkworms in the leaves to here, just unbelievable. I'm very happy about it. Oh, this guy's already doing its thing. Good. So what I want to do is I want to click this to shear leaves. Yes. What about you? You've also already got something cool. So let's remove you. And I'm just gonna, oops, just gonna lock that empty. So that is for apples. Now apples at the moment won't have any way to go, which is a little bit problematic, but it's fine. Then we want some leaves, so let's grow. Let's bone meal so that we get some leaves here. And if you haven't seen these harvesters before, be prepared to be, well, it's really freaking slow. Slower than I remember. But be prepared to be amazed. Look at that. How cool isn't that, huh? I should really get some apples here as well. Because if we have... If we now get apples... I don't know if we get apples, actually, if we just shear the leaves. But if we now get apples, this here will just halt and stop. Because there's nowhere for the apples to go. Which is... Oh, I have a silk touch one. Crap. But basically what we're going to do, just to show you how this works, we're going to take the leaves, we're going to store them in barrels, like this, and I think you need 8 leaves per dirt block. And since we can automate this, we should pretty quickly... Did you get an apple now finally? I think so, right? Let's see what happens. Oh, there we go. Nice. So I'm going to lock that to an apple. I'm going to do the same here just to make sure. And lock you to leaves. Beautiful. Maybe we need some light out here for these to actually grow. I'm not sure. Like that. We're going to need a crap ton of dirt. So we're just going to automate this and then wait. Let it run for a few episodes. One thing that I want to take care of as well. Oh, wow. You're already out. How are you doing? Backlogging? No. Yeah, this is why I needed this thing here. So I'm probably going to stand there and bone meal until I get a good backlog of things. We're going to need to take care of the sludge is what I'm trying to say. Because with sludge in these machines nowadays, it actually runs slower. So once that fills up, it's going to run slower. We have already sludge over here. So maybe... probably a good idea to put up a sludge boiler down here, just, you know, hanging out. As I said, since this is kind of the temporary area of the base, I don't mind putting up some farms, getting some basic materials. So let me get a little bit of a backlog going over here. Let me get some sleep in the body. Let me get ready to do the dirt farm, and we'll put up a sludge boiler as well. I think I've already made one, actually. Auto enchanter. Sludge boiler, yes. Beautiful. Just a little tweak here that I haven't played before with. I went ahead and installed a resonant filter from thermal expansion. And I think... I'm not sure though. But hopefully this means that in this block here, it's allowed to hold 32 saplings. Yes, look at that. It's allowed to hold, so I have it at a whitelist, the sapling, and then I have this at 32. And we'll see once that fills up. I'm going to help it out here a little bit, because this would be a much more controlled way of doing things, if you will. Let's see where this goes now. Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful. So unless there are 32 saplings in here, this filter will keep it stocked with 32 saplings. That's wonderful. And this we don't need. It's just doing a little bit of testing here. If you're wondering why I'm doing weird things, put you there instead. Do that, and I'm gonna delete the chest. Boom. Just making sure that things weren't getting stuck, but I think it's just a question of it not being quick enough. I was actually curious to see if it's better to have a chest buffer here, because as long as this guy isn't empty, the harvester, it's not gonna chop down trees, and I think it's very slow, although we have a lot of sludge in there at the moment. But we could just do that, and we could move everything out, should it be an issue. Yeah. I'll work out the most efficient way. Be so sure. Be so sure. Actually, I'll just... I can't decide. I can't decide. Yeah, I'll just move this forward. I'll have the chest in between as a sort of a buffer there. Alright, so while we're building up on the backlog, let's try and work out Is that going to be good? Yeah. Let's try and work out a good system to get the fluid out of there, because that definitely slows them down. The sludge. Plus, I mean, we're environmental friendly. We can make use of it. So I want to go that route. I think we can get... I know we can get clay. I think we can even get dirt from it, which is pretty cool. So I'm just running some fluid. These are the combined power / fluid cables from thermal expansion. We've seen them before. And I just want to make this a little bit tidy. I'm not too worried about how this looks at the moment, though, to be honest, because I know this is a temporary setup. Yeah, it's a temporary setup. And on that subject, actually, let's see. Let's bring this down. We're going to want to make use of this bad boy as well. So possibly bring it... Yeah, let's put the sludge boiling machine over here. Yeah. So on that subject, there are a few different routes we can go for the nature build. What I'm thinking is we need to respect what blocks are in the game because of no chisel. And that's looking good. Yeah. And because of that, I'm thinking we build something slightly medieval. Are you now getting stuff? Nice. Okay. Slightly medieval. Maybe a castle. There's been questions in the past. Iskal, why don't you build a castle? You don't ever build a castle. I'm sorry, Mr. Person. Maybe we do that now. I don't know. But there are definitely some blocks in here that could be nice looking for castles. But the main thing is that it should be on floating islands. So if you got any other idea than a castle, then let me know. I'm going to do it on floating islands though. And I want to have multiple floating islands with bridges connecting. It's going to look absolutely epic. But for this, I want to make sure that we have a... The reason why, by the way, I'm going down here, I should explain, is that the sludge boiler is going to hurt you if you're next to it once it's powered and up and running. I'm going to need some more cobblestone. Yeah, one of the issues that we're having with building the Sky Island is, of course, the grass color. What do you know? What were you expecting when I'm saying that there is an issue with something? It's, of course, about the glass color. I'm actually going to... Grass color, not glass color. And so I've been flying around a little bit in the void. Oops. I've been flying around a little bit in the void, hoping to find a jungle. The biome that we're in is a swampland, river, birch forest, and plains, the area here. River and ocean is the things that we really want to stay away from. The grass there, and of course in deserts and extreme hills, but the grass there looks just terrible. Okay? Now, I don't know the distance for this bad boy, but I think 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, let's go one more down, and then let's place it down here, shall we? Cool. And then let's build a little bit of a floor. We'll cover this up, so we won't actually see it. We'll just see the beautiful items that it produces. So I'm going to go ahead and put that there. Yeah, so I'm not sure. I want your help. Should I continue to fly around until I find, like, a brand new place? Or should we just... And then keep this as our spawn base? Or should we just tear this down and build the Sky Islands over where we were at? Either way, I wouldn't mind. I think actually it would be cool to have this as a spawn base. I know that there are a lot of people doing like that, like King Daddy DMAC, for example. That's nice. So now you're getting sludge. Next, we're going to need power. But before we get power, I want to make sure we pipe the items out. Because as I said, this thing is going to be dangerous. So what about doing this? And then I have a chest. Aha. I don't know if you can extract from the side, but I would assume so. We'll find out. And we'll run power on this side then. We'll make sure to not be down there once this connects. And eventually, I mean, we'll hook this up to our AE system. And it will be cool. Oh yeah, it's working. I see the particles. Let's cover this up so that we don't fall down. I think we should be fine up here. Yeah. So we should be seeing clay and stuff coming into this chest pretty soon. Takes some time to process, but the main reason we're using this sludge boiler is just to take care of the sludge or get rid of the sludge so that these machines work faster. Look at that idle. Like, how are we for leaves? 17 stacks, he say? Holy cow. Okay, how's the sapling production going? 21. I think that's actually not backlogging quick enough. Of course, we could always extend this bad boy to a 5x5 as well, which would be pretty simple. I wouldn't think that would be needed though. That's why I did it at 3x3. I think for now we're probably good. I could always bone meal that for like 10 minutes and build up a proper backlog again. So let's see. A dirt farm, I'm just going to place down here as well. And this is going to be real simple. I'm going to go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 10. 10 barrels. And I'm going to stick some of these item ducts underneath. And we're going to need a few more servos. Let's just do 5. Yeah, I don't have any more servos. So let's do 5. And let's hook some servos on these. Like so. And these are going to be pulling out the finalized dirt, by the way. You probably know this, because I think we did this in another episode. It's bad for me to do this again on a camera. But hey, you need to know what's going on. Hopefully I'm not running out of hard drive space. Yesterday I was recording something, and I didn't tell you this in the episode. If you're a Iskal fan, you'll probably see that episode once it comes out. But I had to reshoot quite a bit of an episode because I had muted my mic. Like a freaking noob. What is this? Can't I pipe out from... Oh. Yeah, I see. I used fluid ducts. They look similar though. They look super similar. This is item ducts. Yeah. So we need item ducts, obviously. Let's do that again. Yeah, I recorded probably 15 minutes with a muted microphone. The feeling you get when you enter it into your editing program... Let's see, did that work? We'll probably want a better servo there. Let me go grab a resonant one. Yeah, the feeling you get when you do a derp like that, terrible. I tell you, terrible. Resonant, yes, we do have one, beautiful. So I had to reshoot it, and yeah, it never gets the same quality the second time around. I like to have spontaneous things. Is this working? It is, good. The reason I want to upgrade this, by the way, is just so that it, oops, I didn't mean to do that. It's just so that it moves a little bit quicker. And so that we can use round the robin. Boom. So that should distribute them equally to all of these. If I now want more speed, I could always upgrade that. But for now, I think that's good. Where did I put my barrels? Did I put them away? Yeah, we put a barrel down there now, and then we have a dirt farm. It's not beautiful or anything, but it will work. And we'll need to build up a supply, I'd say about... What the crap? Get out of here. I'd say we need a supply of like a few thousand dirt blocks for the nature build that I want to do. I'm going to go with the topiary grass as well, by the way. That seemed to work out fine. Do we want to make this fancier? We do. We do want to pipe that back up there, I think. Let's do this. Disconnect you. Yeah, the topiary grass definitely works. I tried it out for some hours, okay? I was just AFKing. Built myself a nice security chamber, and definitely no cows or stupid pigs or anything like that appeared. So that is good news. Disconnect you. Boop. So we're gonna go with topiary grass. But anyway, let's just see if this is working. Oops. Boom. That should give us dirt there in a second. Cover this up nicely with cobblestone. Oh geez, this place is so ugly out here. That's fine though. I've been watching the other guys' bases, and there are some really pretty ones, so make sure that you're checking out everyone that plays on SkyLords. I don't know if some players have quit. I haven't seen Purple Mented do a video or a stream here in quite a while actually, so he may have quit. And I know Python and Rendog aren't playing here. But yeah, the others should still be playing, I would think. Let's see. Oh, we're getting dirt. Beautiful. That, ladies and gentlemen, is our dirt farm. And down here, let's see how we're doing. Look at that! And you were telling me that this wasn't a good idea. Look at this. We're getting coarse dirt. We're getting regular dirt. Gravel. Decaying wheat. Ash, which I guess we can use to dye things. We get the beautiful heat sand and red sand as well. Yep, this was definitely a good idea. Recycling everything that we get, huh? Anyway, I think that's gonna do it for today. We didn't get to Bedrockium, but that's fine. We'll do that in the next episode. And you let me know. Do we do a castle? Do we do just an open, like, small little huts? We could do a village. That would be kind of cool. A sky village. And more importantly, let me know. Do I move out to another biome? Or do we try and stick around this? Where we are at? Which would mean that we'd have to take this down. Hopefully you say, move out, try to find another place, build fresh, and then keep this as our spawn base. The good thing with that is that we can focus entirely on building and decorating things, and then we can move all the technical stuff and all of that over to the new base. If we do a castle, of course, we'll have to hide the machines because it wouldn't make sense, right? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Do hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and thank you so much for watching. I see you in the next episode.